came out, we were obviously, just frustrated with last week. So coming out tonight and getting a win was big for us, and it's big momentum to carry us forward.
Kyler talked about how well the team practiced after that Oklahoma game. Did that surprise you any, or did you feel like y'all had some good workouts?
I knew people would be hungry to get back on the field. I mean, that's a given. We're all competitors, as I always say, So after a game like that, you just want to get back on the field and play football again. So our team did a great job of approaching this week, hungry to get better, and we'll have to do that this upcoming week as well.
Josh, the way pass game struggled last week, did it kind of give you some confidence to have the coaching staff call a lot of throwing plays early in the game?
We have confidence either way, so it really doesn't matter what play it is. We have confidence, and when it's called, we're going to have confidence with the play. So it was great to come out tonight, and we executed well. That was big. Receivers made plays. They caught the ball, and made plays after the catch, which was big.
You've never played Florida before. Just how exciting, how much are you looking forward to this next game?
I'm looking forward to every game. So I was looking forward to this game, and so I'm excited for the next game, playing Florida because it is the next game. So it'll be exciting to get back on the field.
Josh, you guys had 21 points off there and 3 turnovers. How important is it to go down and get 7 points when the defense gives you the ball back?
Yeah, that's huge. We talk about playing complementary football, so when the defense gets a big turnover and gives us a short field, we have to go out and capitalize on it. So we did an effective job of that tonight, which was crucial for us.
How nice is it for the offense when you've got 2 guys returning punts or kickoffs for touchdowns?
Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier as well. So we can't really complain. Getting good field position or not even having to step on the field and getting 7 points out of the drive. So it was pretty good.
Josh, talk about what you've seen from Preston Williams. Obviously came in late, had the 2 touchdowns tonight. What have you seen from him?
You guys saw it tonight. He comes in, he makes plays when the ball's thrown in the air. So he did a great job of adjusting to balls and making big plays. Obviously, he had the 2 touchdowns, which was huge, And I think we did a great job of spreading the ball around. I think they said 9 different receivers had catches tonight, which is big. We like to talk about all of our guys on the field are playmakers, and we showed that tonight.
How excited were you to see LaDarrell McNeil with that interception?
I was stoked. Getting LD back on the field was awesome, and then to see him have an interception like that, I thought he was going to crib it, but he got tricked up. So we'll work on that in practice. But it was definitely awesome to see him back out on the field and then making plays like he always does.
Josh, what was that moment like for you?
Oh, man, it was very exciting. I wasn't expecting to make a big play or catch any receptions, and I was just planning on just easing my way back on the field and getting the field back for it. But when I made the big play, it got the sideline hype, it got me hype. I was jacked, so it was a great feeling.
What was the emotion like for you to maybe think you wouldn't play again, then find out you would be able to return?
It was a very tough time of my life, but once I heard the news, and I told the news to the guys, and especially the defensive backs, they were very excited. They were more excited than I was, and I was just great. I was just happy to be back on the field.
How did the doctor deliver the news to you?
Well, I went down in Dallas to get a second opinion because, they felt like it was a chance. I still had a chance and an opportunity, and he basically just said that, I think you'll be all right. I think you just need to heal up, take some time, and that's what got me so pumped. I told the guys, I told my coaches, Coach Jones was just like, I'm praying for you, and I was able to get back on the field, and that's the most important thing.
Have you been tentative at all as far as hitting somebody?
Yes, I change up my technique from time to time, but especially now, I keep my head up, and I advise every player to keep their head up because I don't want this injury to happen to no one. But yeah.
Well, I guess take us through how you even found out that you had a problem. What were you feeling? What did you tell coaches, trainers? What was going on? What led you to get checked out in the first place, and when did it come back? Hey man, you might want to do this again. How did that whole process come down before you got the second pick?
Well, I took a big hit, a big collision, and I felt tingly and numbness down my arms. My neck was pretty swole, but after time, I was able to heal up and get that second opinion and get the great news.
Just
LaDarrell, how low was that moment when you found out they said, we don't think you should play again? How tough was that when you reflect back on it, and how different was that to tonight when you get an interception?
You know, it was tough because I worked all my life, you know, up until this moment. So, you know, it was very tough for me, and I'm glad I got the teammates I do because they was there to lift me up, and especially my coaches, you know, they was there by me to support me, and I'm just very grateful to them.
Was there a moment that it was announced to the team that you would be able to come back? And if so, what was that like?
It was a moment during the team meeting, and it just said that, you know, I was cleared to play. So, you know, everyone standing up and clapped because they kind of knew what I've been through. They was with me through the whole journey. So, you know, it was just a great feeling to hear it, you know, and able to step back on the field and go out there and be with my teammates, my brothers.
What did Josh do in about? You remember Josh?
The same thing the whole team was. I was excited.
Yeah.
Getting LD back on the field is huge. I mean, we know, you know, the type of player he is and how crucial he is to our defense, you know, in run stopping and in the pass game. So having him back on the field is definitely awesome.
Josh, your understudy got some work tonight. You guys were efficient, able to get him in. What did you see out of Quentin after working with him as a quarterback?
He came in and executed, you know. He held up the expectation of the room. So I know we talked about, you know, power of one and what's your position group. So Quentin came in, you know, he executed his reads. He was disciplined with it. He trusted what he saw, and he went out and made plays, which was big.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.